This is not just a country, but an entire continent. Only 82% of the land in this country is inhabited by people, while 82% of its land is lying vacant. A very unique tradition is followed here, in which the exchange of wives between two families takes place. The custom is that the man, whose wife he likes, can spend a few days with her, but in return, his wife also lives with another man. Although this country is known for its wildlife, vacant land, and its beauty, there is something very unique here. There are traditions which can hardly be seen anywhere else. Friends, we are talking about the country Australia. Australia is a country that is a continent in itself. There are a total of 7 continents in the world, out of which all the countries are settled in 6 continents. But Australia itself is a continental country, which is known for its natural beauty and customs. One such tradition is followed here, which is wife swapping. It is not that husband-wife swapping is done only to establish relationships. There is a lot of change in the wives, in which one is strict and brings up the children with strict rules. Only her opinion is followed in the house, while the other wife is of a soft nature. Both the wives live with each other's husband, take care of the children, and if there is consent, she can also have a relationship with their husband. The wife who manages the other husband's house well and keeps him happy is considered a better wife. She even gets gifts. After changing the wife, which woman is able to improve the children the most, and which wife is able to get rid of the bad habits of the other husband, is considered the winner of this tradition. This often happens in rich families. Not once, but from time to time, people keep exchanging wives. Although not everyone does this here, some do not believe in this tradition. However, there are many people who consider the custom of wife swapping to be correct in this country of Australia. About 82% of the country's population is filled with desert, surrounded by the sea and on a plateau, which is completely empty. Most of the country's population lives in 3 cities situated on its coastline, which are Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne. About 80% of these cities are populated, but people live. This is the capital of Australia, Canberra, the most modern city of Australia and its heartbeat. The roads and buildings of this city look amazing. Canberra is counted among the cities that are the most beautiful. Australia is the 6th largest country in the world, but no one even knew about it before 1851. It has remained unknown in its history. Leah was first seen by a Dutch merchant named William in the year 1606. William was returning from Indonesia with trade goods, and then he came upon a huge island on the way. What he saw was Australia, but no outsider came here for 164 years. After this, British explorer James Cook came to this island in 1770 with some people, but the people of the land killed him and drove him away. After this, Arthur Phillip sent 300 to 400 people in 11 ships filled with soldiers and set out towards Australia. He captured the maritime areas of Australia and made Australia a part of the British Empire, but even then, not many people knew Australia. The British tried to advance beyond the sea shores, but they had to face rugged terrain, rocky ground, scorching heat, and dangerous animals. That is why the British started settling the cities only on the seashore. 73 years later, when a gold mine was discovered in Perth, an area about 200 kilometers away from the city of Sydney, Australia, the whole world came to know about it. The British kept extracting gold from here to their country, and 40% of the world's gold was being mined from here. After the discovery of gold, people from many European countries and America started coming to live here, and in just 20 years, the population of Australia increased from 400,000 to 1.7 million. However, at that time, no dark-skinned or black person was allowed to come to Australia. Gradually, time passed, and for the first time in 1967, people were allowed to come to Australia not based on body color, but on ability. Then, people started coming here from all over the world, and today, this country is populated with people of all kinds, followers of different religions. Australia is the 6th largest country in the world, spread over 7,688,287 square kilometers, which covers 5% of the world. This country is formed by adding many islands, which is why it is also the largest island. The natural beauty of this place, its history, beautiful cities, and beaches attract lakhs of tourists every year. That is why more than 9 million tourists come here just to see and explore. From this, it can be estimated how beautiful this country is. You will be surprised to know that there are many beaches in Australia where people roam without clothes, and there are not just one or two such beaches but many more. People here enjoy the sunlight, watch the sparkling sand, and listen to the sound of the ocean waves while remaining without clothes. This is a common thing in Australia. They like this so much that the people of Australia have gone to Thailand and built villages on many such islands where no one wears clothes. Since 90% of Australia is desert and rugged, the world's most poisonous snake species also live here. It would not be wrong to call Australia a country of snakes, but they do not live in cities. They can be seen in villages or deserts. It is impossible to talk about Australia and not mention the kangaroo. This magnificent animal is seen everywhere in this country. The kangaroo is the national animal of Australia, but the surprising thing is that the people here eat it and also export it to other countries. The national language of Australia is English, but only English is not spoken here. There are 429 different languages in this country because people from all over the world come to live here, which is why so many languages are spoken so that all people can communicate with each other. Therefore, English has been made the national language here. This is the heart of Australia. Its capital is Canberra, a city with beautiful, clean roads. A large part of the population lives in this city. People are very fun-loving. They like to party, travel, drink alcohol, and no matter what happens, they never take tension. Sydney, another beautiful city in Australia, is famous for its lifestyle and buildings. The Sydney Opera House, which you are seeing, has become famous all over the world. It is considered the identity of Australia. The Opera House was designed by a Danish architectural designer. This beautiful and special building looks like a shell. It was completed in 1933. People liked its design so much that now big events in the fields of art and music are organized here, or any festival is celebrated. Millions of tourists from all over the world come just to see this opera house. UNESCO has also included this building in its list of sites. Right behind this building is the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which is completely made of steel and stone. It is about 101 years old. Vehicles run in the lower part, but there is space for walking on top, where people can see the whole of Sydney. This bridge is quite famous in Australia. You can also visit a zoo in this city, where not only kangaroos but also giraffes, seals, otters, tomcats, different types of birds, bears, elephants, gorillas, and monkeys can be seen. Apart from this, there are animals here whose names we do not even know, but they are very beautiful. People come to this zoo with their children to show them new species of animals. In Australia, while most countries' salary and rent bills are monthly, here, everything is done weekly. Working people get paid every week. After working for 7 days, they get their money on the 8th day. Similarly, house rent also has to be paid every week. Here, a person earns around $2,000 a week, and people work only 38 hours a week in Australia. The currency in Australia is called the Australian dollar. The flag of Australia and the flag of New Zealand look almost the same at first glance, with the same color and design. However, when you look closely, you will see that the Australian flag has 5 stars, which are white, while the New Zealand flag has 4 stars, which are red. They are stars, and their color is red. Australia is known for its unique culture, some examples of which we have already told you. Here, if a child commits a mistake, he is not hit, at most, only the parents scold him. Apart from this, when the child is born, the mother does not let him sleep with her. A separate bed is provided for the children, and they are made to sleep in a separate room. Also, mostly after the age of 14, the child starts making all decisions by himself. And the parents do not even have to find a boy or girl for him because, in Australia, everyone marries as per their own wish and starts living separately. There are many people who live together without marrying. Children also live together for many years. They marry but do not marry, and all this is a part of the culture here, which is a normal thing in Australia. In Australia, whenever someone goes to another person's house or meets them in a restaurant, they definitely bring a bottle of wine for them. That too includes red wine. You will not see street vendors anywhere here. Either there are big malls or shops, or small malls. People buy whatever goods they need from these malls. When in Australia, if a person from another country comes to live, like an Indian who does not know how to speak English, the government itself enrolls that person in a school that teaches English so that the person can speak and understand English. This helps that person a lot, and they easily learn to speak English within a few months. After that, they do not hesitate at all in talking to other people. There are not many cities in Australia, many people live in villages, and the villages are also big. All kinds of facilities are available on large grassy grounds, so village people do not need to go to big cities. One good thing about Australian schools is that they never give homework to children. All the reading and memorizing that needs to be done is done in the school itself. At home, they only play. Those who are fond of reading study as per their own wish. There is no pressure on them. There are some very strange laws in Australia. For instance, one cannot wear pink-colored pants. If they have to wear pink pants, they can only wear them on Sundays, and that too after 12 o'clock noon. If we talk about the population of such a huge country, only 2,74,000 people live here. That is, there are only 3 people per square kilometer, which is why, if people leave the cities, everything looks empty here. The biggest religion in Australia is Christianity, followed by 43 to 45% of the population. Apart from this, 3% believe in Islam, 2% are Hindus, and 2% are Buddhists. Moreover, 40 to 42% of the population in this country does not believe in any religion. These people just live their lives without following the rules of any religion. You will be surprised to know that there are more sheep here than humans. There are more than 16 crore sheep in this country. Although Australia is full of desert, it is believed to be a very hot country, but all types of weather can be seen here. There are rainy summers, winters, and autumn. Additionally, there is a mountainous area called the Australian Alps, where there is as much snow as there is in Switzerland. The city of Melbourne in Australia is so beautiful that it has been awarded the title of the best city to live in 3 times in a row. It is a very busy city. You will always see crowds on the streets. Tourists also enjoy the sights of the streets and buildings here. The tram network spread in the middle of the city makes people's journey easy. The beauty of this place is amazing. Melbourne is also known for its nightlife. There are many clubs, pubs, and discos that are crowded on weekends. People often have fun under the street lights at night. In Australia, there is a place called Christmas Island, which is known for its red crabs. Everyone goes to this island, and it is fully occupied by red crabs. 5 crore red crabs live comfortably on this island. These crores of red crabs come out of the forests and go to the seashore in the months of October and November. These crabs comfortably live on the roads. Underpasses have been made for them to cross, and people also stop the traffic for them. Their number increases every year. Thousands of tourists come to this island to see these red crabs. This sight cannot be seen anywhere else in the world. Seeing 50 million red crabs together is really a wonderful sight. The Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system, is located in the Coral Sea near the northeast coast of Australia. Coral reefs are made up of small organisms under the sea, which look like stones. When thousands of organisms die over hundreds of years, their bones stick together and form reefs. In this great reef, more than 1,500 species of fish, 400 different types of corals, and 6 types of special turtles can be seen. This place is a World Heritage Site. The water of the reef is so beautiful and clear that it appears in different colors because the corals and fish are of different colors. Clownfish, sharks, and even jellyfish can be seen here. This reef is home not only to fish but also to sea creatures like whales and dolphins. It serves as a shield for sea creatures. Sea creatures hide in it, find food in it, and also give birth to their children. There is a very special village in Australia called Kalgoorlie, famous for its gold mines. The mines are so big that they can be seen from space. A unique thing about the village is that anyone can come here and search for gold. People do this as well. They come to try their luck with metal detectors and gold finding machines. Many times, ordinary people have found pieces of gold here. The entire village reminds one of the 19th century, and the people of this village only work on finding gold. Tourists can also search for gold here. There is no restriction on who can do so. Friends, if you liked the video and the information, then give a like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Also, press the bell icon so that you get updates for upcoming videos. We will meet in the next video. Till then, take care.